And we're live. Hello, everybody. This is a Pacific Rim US Scrum, and in here it's me, João, Vijaya, Salim, and Patrick just arrived. How are you guys today?
Good.
Good? Okay. Nice. So, Vijaya, let's start with you.
Okay. I'm reviewing the ERD for the company model. I assigned the company model and the job categories. I'm reviewing those ones, and I will start working on those models. And I did some work on CS 169X in week 2, TDD and BDD and Ruby. I'm watching all the videos. I'm doing the quizzes for that one.
Okay. Did you find any problem?
No.
No? Okay. Any blocker?
No.
No? Okay, so Salim.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I've been working on the my chores, my issues, and then I just did the pull request, 3 of them, and then I think that's it. And what else I did? Oh, sorry, I did edit Vijaya's file user because of the device. Email failed device will provide for us, so I just took it out. I edited, and then I forgot to edit her spec file. So that's why when you run tests, wouldn't pass. So I did fix that too.
We're going to talk about that in a moment.
Okay, all right. That's all I was working on.
Okay. So, anything else?
No, that's all.
No? Any blocker?
None. Nope.
None?
Yes.
Nice. So, Patrick.
Yes, so I put in a pull request, or revised my pull request from the weekend for a jobs model, consistent with your comments, Yua. So that went in, I believe. I edited the ERD doc. As we implement this stuff, we're finding inconsistencies and errors, so I'm trying to keep up with everybody's findings and put them in there. I think you merged my PR for that updated ERD today? Okay, good. I also created a 1 or 2 page document for how to manage Git in GitHub for development purposes, developing a feature, and then which particular GitHub commands to follow. It doesn't cover everything. It doesn't cover what happens when things mess up, if the PR request doesn't pass the CI test, things like that. Maybe I'll do something like that later. But I thought it might be a good intro for neophytes. And I'm not much more than a neophyte when it comes to Git, to put those commands down, because they're not obvious if you're not experienced. So I'm waiting for review by you, Hua, as well as Raul of that doc. Do you know where? Did you see my request for that?
Yes. Yesterday I reviewed some things, but I didn't have time to review everything.
Yeah, no big deal. But if you guys could look at it and tell me what edits are required to that, then I can kind of release it to other folks. I can post it up on
I still haven't looked into it because basically I reviewed Amy's file, the file that she has there, and I'm not sure. I still haven't read yours, but looks like there will be a lot of things that will be repeated between the 2 files. So before having to.
Mm-hmm. There really isn't.
No.
She just has a section where she says develop your feature.
Okay. No, I just read because there's a bunch of comments there and start some basics about the pair programming and some how to add branches, how to get the things, how to do pull requests. There's a bunch of that information there in the document at this point, so that's why I still haven't I still haven't had time to sit down and read yours.
Well, there's probably a little bit of overlap, but overall there's a little bit more explanation and rationale in my doc as to what's going on. I also go into rebasing, making sure your development branch is up to speed with upstream, and rebasing back into your feature branch before you push a PR forward.
Yep.
Those kinds of things I think are going to continue to bite us until we get them down, those mechanics. So.
Yeah.
I also looked at some of the videos in week 2. I continued to see this problem with the videos. As you guys know, I opened some issues in Pivotal Tracker for the week 1 videos, or week 0, I forget which one, that were kind of screwed up with the explanation of the essay question was truncated, and it was actually continued into the next lecture, the beginning of the next lecture, which is kind of confusing. Also, this time, last year, the lectures really ended with an explanation of the test, and then the accordion, if you will, went to the test itself. So you had an explanation from Armando as to what the test was all about. Then you got to answer the multiple choice question. Here, the lectures just end, and you immediately go to the test without the explanation from Armando as to what the test is trying to do.
I thought they were using the same videos as last year, but apparently something changed. And according to what I saw, what Armando wrote, he was on leave. He was ill,
I saw that.
so he was not able to redo anything. So that's why the last week's homework was not completed. I discussed it with Sam and tried to reach a consensus to see what we were going to do, because Armando had some issues there that wanted us to resolve, but he was not there, so it was difficult. The first week. Let's hope that this week doesn't have as many problems, and see if Armando is a little bit more free and if it's better, to see if we can solve all of them.
Okay. One other thing, I don't know if we want to cycle back to what Salim was talking about, but Salim, did you submit that PR for the change that you made where you removed email from the user model?
Yes, I did.
Has that already been merged?
Not yet. Not yet.
So,
go ahead.
The reason I was wondering is, I'm wondering why we don't have administrator as a field in that table, which is what you had, in your original version of that table, so that we can differentiate administrator versus non-admin user.
Yeah, we can discuss that after if you have a little bit. We can just spare and talk about it.
Oh, you want to hold on? Okay, yep.
Yeah. Any blocker? Anything?
No blockers.
No?
No.
Okay, so me. During the weekend, sorry about last Friday, but the fire alarm started jumping around, and then we went outside, and it was just like simulation. They didn't allow us to get in for some time, so I was kicked out, basically.
Wait till it's 15 degrees outside and they do a fire drill on you. It's going to be fun.
No, I believe it's 1 year, and that's it. So this year's is complete now.
Oh, well, I see. Yeah.
So basically, during the weekend, I tried to review as much as possible of code to see if we could merge everything, at least the majority of the things, so you guys wouldn't be stopped if you wanted to do something during the weekend. And basically, that's what I did today. I looked into the Pivotal Tracker of 169 to see if there was something there that I could solve quickly, because I didn't have much time, and there was nothing. All the issues that we currently have open or in the icebox are all just video related, and I have messed up with it, so I did not touch them. And I believe basically this is it, and that's it. So now rewinding, before we finish this Scrum, because I think it's helpful for everybody and not only for us in the project. I'm going to tell you something. So basically, when you're trying to develop a feature, we have something assigned, and we try to develop a feature. We try to focus on that feature. Okay, so when we try to solve a problem that we are solving, plus start adding other changes that are completely not related to that specific issue, we run into problems like I remove the field and all the tests break. So let's try, when we are doing a feature, let's try to focus on that feature. So if currently my feature is just add a field in this table, I just add the field in that table, I create a PR and just send it, and that's it. Because if we are starting to do multiple changes of different features into the same PRs, the things will be pretty hard for us to track back. When if we need to look back into something, it's going to be very hard for us. So this was the first point. I had another thing that I'd like to say as well. That is, I don't remember, so it must not be important, or it was important. Okay, so that was it. Any questions? Anything? Nope.
Just a comment on what you just said. What I noticed is when I developed the jobs model, of course, there's a bunch of associations, and about a half a dozen models on the other side of the association don't exist yet.
Yeah.
So I just put the RSpec test in, but I just put an X in front of the XIT, and then we will uncomment those out as the other models get developed.
Yeah, I saw it.
Consistent with what you were talking about there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's better like that because we live the infrastructure already, but we don't have some pieces. We just hold on because there are other issues, or there are other tickets that will solve those issues. So if we start solving all issues in just one feature, we lose the traceability of it. The other thing that I would like to talk to you guys about is about the issues themselves. I see that you guys have a bunch of issues assigned. First of all, I'd like you guys to move your if you're working in, let's do it like this. If they are in ready, they cannot be assigned. Okay, because they are ready to be started, but no one started it yet. When you start developing something, you should move your task into in progress. And as soon as someone merges your PR, I tried to move them as I was closing the PRs. I tried to move them to done. But if for some reason I did not move your task that you're developing and the PR is already merged, just move your task to done. Okay, so we have more or less the idea. These were the two things that I'd like to talk to you guys about between interaction of Waffle and GitHub. Okay, because this with our projects is easier because we have just one rep, and that rep, when we close something, it closes automatically. It's more easy because the pivotal tracker integration is better, I think.
Can I comment on that then?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I want you to read that document is I'm trying to adhere to the way Waffle is supposed to work with GitHub when you actually reference the issue number in your GitHub actions.
Yeah.
Like you create a feature branch that issues that particular number. That issue number is supposed to move over to in progress and assign you as the owner. When you actually submit a PR against an issue, you say closes and then the number of the issue. Once that PR is merged, it's supposed to move that particular issue over to the done column. That's what's been advertised. That's why I didn't actually move mine over to done. I wanted to see if that worked, and it didn't. So
because what you need to do is, I tried it, but I was not able to do it. It was, you need to put Agile Ventures / Met Plus _ tracker, and then the hashtag and the number.
I'll
Okay.
rejoin them.
Okay,
Yeah,
Vijay.
sorry. Okay, sounds good. So would you make that comment in the, I think a couple places in that document I referred to.
The thing is, I've done that, but nothing happened.
It didn't work still?
No.
Okay.
So what they say, I didn't read all the document, that's true. I just read the link that they sent me, and I just read it diagonally. And from what I understood, this is what was supposed to be done. And when we merge something, it should move the thing to done, and it didn't. So
I'm wondering, because we're using a second repo for issues, that it's acting this weird way. So they also, when you go into GitHub and you put a comment into a PR like closes number 59, it wants to make 59 a reference to pull request 59, not waffle issue 50, which is the other confusing thing. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just we'll read that doc, see what you think, and if we can't make it work, I'll just remove references to that behavior.
I'll try to read it today. I cannot guarantee it, but I'll try to read it today. Maybe.
Well, no, right. But what I'll do is I'll just
when I go to bed or something, if I still.
Well, maybe over the next day or so. But what I'll do is I'll change references to that behavior to just tell people, remind people, go to waffle and do this at this point. If that automatic behavior doesn't work for us.
Yeah. This is it. So, anything else for the Scrum?
I have few quick question on the project. I mean, were you discussing the pair programming or no?
If it's related to the project, I think we are going to have a pair. I'm free to pair at least a little bit.
Okay.
So we can discuss because we need to start looking into also into the next sprint. We should have our sprint meeting today, but I did not have time to prepare nor to look to any of the tasks we have there. So we can walk it through. Okay.
All right.
So, anything else?
Nope.
So, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to start a pair programming session, and we'll see from there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much.